What's going on back there? I mean, oh shit, it started. Oh, anyway, I'll edit that part out.
No, you're not. It's gold. We're going with it.
Anyway, welcome everybody. It's your boy, Deej. I'm sorry, I'm not Deej.
Yes, we're keeping that in there. We're keeping it in there. You even forgot who you are.
I'm not Deej.
No,
I'm Dean. No, wait a minute.
Oh shit!
Damn
Oh
it.
fuck!
All right, what did I drink tonight? Nothing.
Literally
water.
farted.
It's just literally water. Anyway,
Oh,
Best dad joke ever.
That was the best dad joke ever.
What a way to start the fucking Father's Day episode. Anyway, my name is Dean.
Oh, is it? Are you sure?
My name is Dean. That guy over there is Deej. Okay, so just to clear that up.
Yeah, my name is DJ Miles with the smiles.
There you go.
And my Deej for short.
Deej for short. Deej for short. And we've got Tigard. Welcome in, Tigard.
What's up, guys?
We found him. We found him, everyone. So everyone that was wondering from the last podcast, if you were wondering where Tigard went, he went missing. We went outside. We had missing posters all strewn around our neighborhood.
We were so worried,
and we were so scared.
I'm just too good at hide and go seek. You guys couldn't.
No, you are not Waldo. You are not Waldo. You could even wear a red and white sweater, and you're not going to be Waldo. Anyway,
dude, it was tough. It was tough without you, but
yeah.
Now that you're here, we're complete. Okay.
And thanks to Mike for joining on the last podcast too.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Thank you. And he does say hi, Tigard. And
what's up,
he
Mike?
misses you. Yeah. So all right. Hey, tennis buddies. You remember?
Buddy.
Never mind. I don't want to bring back bad memories. But
I mean, that story has been running for 3 out of our 7 podcasts, so everyone will know by now what happened.
Yeah.
On that fateful day of tennis practice.
2 balls, 1 racket.
Yes.
2 balls, 1 racket.
All right. Exacto.
So tonight's episode is going to be about fathers because tomorrow is Father's Day, right? So we're just going to be talking about our fathers this evening, and just to let you guys know how awesome they are, and and we appreciate them so much for bringing us up to be well-mannered men. So, all right. So if you who wants to start about their fathers?
Oh,
Faja.
I'll start. So,
Luke,
you know,
your father.
I mean, I've had a very interesting family life. So, what I will say is that parenting ain't easy, especially if you're grinding in work and trying to make financial things happen, and to try to put food on the table, to try to make everything work. You know, like working hard to try to make money to support your family, to make sure that you make a safe environment at home, to making sure that you and your wife are working together to make your children's life less stressful, and just being guardians and stuff. I think that's the most hardest thing to do. So for my parents, all of them, I just want to say that it wasn't easy. We saw what you were doing, and as we grow into our adult lives, and one of us is a father, 2 of us are not yet, but with what we've witnessed growing up, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Tigard has some really good things to say about his father. What I'll say about my parents is this: that I'm thankful that you made the decisions that you made to make sure that I was going to be taken care of. It was not smooth, of course. I wish that there was a great father-like presence, and I wish that certain things also happened that seemed normal to me. But for you to make an unorthodox situation somewhat safe, it has to, you got to give credit to someone that makes something good out of something like what the hell. So I just want to say that for my parents and stuff like that, that I am so glad that my dad has a Riz game from like rated 100. So,
Ooh.
Dad, I'm thankful that you had a Riz game of 100, and I'm so thankful that you were very assertive, and that I'm so thankful that you knew how to shoot for the stars and lead me to a great area in life where I can also plant my seed and find that wonderful golden egg that everyone reaches out for. And then 8 months, 9 months later, I got pushed out into the world to figure out that hey, things are impressive. So on that note, happy Father's Day. And thank you very much for having sex all those years ago. Thank you.
I think that was a little. Well, no, that was from the heart. I'm pretty sure. Thank you
Oh,
for
it was from the hip too.
from
I'm
the.
pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah, the
Yeah.
thrusts. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
wow, wow, indeed.
Oh,
I don't know what to say about that one, but shout outs to Deja's dad.
thumbs up,
Thumbs
thumbs
up.
down.
That's thumbs up. Yeah, yeah. Good lord. Um,
I love you, Dad.
well then, Tigard.
Following that,
I know, right?
no, but definitely thank you to Deej's dad for having Deej, because definitely a great guy in our group and great friend. So,
Oh yeah,
we're
I agree.
obviously happy that he's here.
Aw, thanks.
Still can't get over you using Riz game though. Oh my goodness.
Well, hey, man, you gotta use the lingo that people can listen to nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I don't know,
The Riz game
but
is 100 right there. Yeah.
but Tigard, I'm also thankful for your dad. I mean, let's give that man some credit. He's one of the nicest dudes that you'll ever meet, but don't cross him. He's such a protector, but at the same time, he's such a wonderful, well spoken gentleman. And
Oh yeah.
for him to treat your mom so well for so long, I could understand why. Yeah, I think that, to be honest, both you and Dean's parents made me feel that it is possible to have a successful marriage in America, because all I known was some freaking crazy situations, right?
Mhm.
And my friends went through it, my college friends went through it, and so I'm just saying. But yeah, dude, let's give Papa Tigard some props, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely
you.
Let's
definitely love the name that you gave him too, Papa Tigard. Um,
yeah,
it's so simple, but I like it whenever you refer to him as Papa Tigard.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so I mean, so many things that I you know do now and how I am, I attribute quite a bit of it to my dad, and whether or not he meant to, or what. There's just been so many instances that I've taken experiences. Um, if you guys don't mind, I'll give a couple of examples of how it's like just
Of course.
simple ways of carrying himself, not just as a man, but as a person. And uh,
Mhm.
I just took that to heart, and learned lessons at that time, and that I still reflect back to. But first one that I always recall was in the fifth grade. I was part of a basketball team, and my dad was the one that would always, drive me to practices, just like you, Dean, do for your kids. So, um, and I remember there was one day where um, I don't know if you remember my dad's old car, Dean. It was a stick shift Hyundai. Like,
Mm.
I don't know if you recall that one, but anyways, he had it for quite a while, that it would just kind of shut down on him. And after practice one night, um, you know, couldn't get it started. Mostly everyone else had left, and then there was like this one family that was picking up their like one of the other kids, and my dad went over to them and was like, "Hey, I have jumper cables. Would you be able to just drive over so I can jump the car?" And like they didn't want to do anything, and they're like, "No, no, we gotta go, we gotta go," and they just left. And I remember being watching this happen, and I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Oh, they're not gonna help us." I was like, "Why not?" And he's like, "It's fine." And we had to basically, I he had me in the driver's seat, and because it's stick shift, he was gonna push the car so that as it went, where Westmore High School was, right? How it had the hill to go
Oh
down.
yeah.
So basically, we had to push the car to the point where it would go down the hill, and he just needed me to steer it.
Mm.
And then once it, you know, got going, then I hopped over to the shotgun side. He came in, closed the door, and then popped the clutch, and then was able to start the car. So I don't know how he figured it out or knew how to do, but I was just like, wow,
Mm.
okay. And the very next week or 2 weeks after that, I want to say it was either the next practice or the one after that. And I remember it was raining. Same family that would not help us. Their car wouldn't start, and my
Mm.
dad saw this, and I was like, "Well, let's just go home, Dad." He's like, "No, we're gonna help them," and I was like so adamant, like, "No, like, why do you want to help someone that would not help us?" And he's like, "Because they need help. It's not about what
Mm.
they didn't do for us. It's can I help them, and I can, so I'm gonna do it." Drove over to their car, told them, "Hey, I got jumper cables. You need a jump." And they're like, "Yeah, won't start." Helped them out, helped start their car, waited there for a couple minutes to make sure they had enough juice to go, and we went on our way. And I've relived that story in my mind like every year because it just showed me the type of person that my dad is and the type
Mm.
of person I want to be. And I see Baby Dean in the background over there.
He sees you.
Not so
That's
stealth like.
I know, right?
yeah. Need to do a little bit more Fortnite there, buddy.
But like that's one of the like main stories I tell people about my dad, and it was just it epitomizes who he is and how the type of person he like showcased me to be. And I'm just so incredibly blessed to have him as my dad, someone to learn from and get guidance from. And he's just always been that way. There was times where, going to the mall and he would hold the door open for other people. And there are times where people were just really rude and didn't even say thank you. They would just walk right on by as if they expected him to hold the door open. And again, I was like, why do you do that? And he continued to teach me over and over, like, it's not about, what you get from other people. It's if you can do it, then you should do it. And that's just how I carry myself right now. And I learned all of that from him.
Amen, bro. Like, yeah,
Mm.
there's so many salty, like bad mannerisms out there in this world, and so anytime when you have someone like you or your father, it's not about you always. It's not always about what you get in return. It's about what you can do at the moment, and it's so wonderful that your dad does these things, and he doesn't expect anything back because he really legitly doesn't expect anything back.
Mhm.
And so I think that that is such a valuable lesson of how to be humble and how to just be aware. You know, just be aware with your heart and soul. Like if you know that somebody needs help, it's okay. Like for instance, I've run into a lot of things like that in my life where I've helped others and others won't help me back. It's not that I'll remember that and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna," because that's just gonna keep going on. The pettiness is gonna keep growing and growing and growing until everyone gets hurt. But it's like, you know, if people around you know that you're a reliable one, you know, that's why your dad is loved. You know, that's why a
Hmm.
lot of, you know, I'm hoping good energy surrounds him till this day, because that's what good people deserve. And so, good job, Tigard. I'm glad that you didn't go to the dark side. Don't go to the dark side.
Well, it's funny because like it's really easier to do that, right? It's easier
Facts.
to be upset, to be mad at people, to hold grudges. It takes a lot to, like you said, doing things without expecting anything in return. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but once you get that as, hey, I want to do this for you, or I want to do this for others, like it becomes second nature more than anything, and that's what we need in this world.
We need a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
that.
yeah, we definitely need a lot of that.
Well, speaking of what we need a lot more of that sweet shooter's touch that Papa Borja, you know, Papa Dean's got, you know, like Papa Dean's got one of the sweetest jumpers next to Larry Bird. And so, but not only does he have the sweetest jumper in the world that I've ever witnessed in my life,
Hmm.
but I've also witnessed how sweet and awesome he is to not only his family, but to Dean's friends. And is always willing to do your taxes, apparently. So, but Papa Dean, okay, you know, we heard the wonderfulness out of Papa Tigar, but Papa Dean's is also on that thing, and I'm not talking about Jimmy Dean sausage, ladies and gentlemen,
No.
even though it's delicious and amazing in the breakfast time. I'm
Hmm.
talking about Papa Dean, who is like a man that did it all for the family, like made some decisions in his life, and let's talk about it. Papa Dean, Dean.
I'm going to talk about my father, and at the end of that, I'm gonna say a little bit about Tygar's dad too. So,
Ah,
but first of all, yes, I thank you. I thank my dad for a lot of things, and he has been like a rock in our family from the beginning. It's just like when we first started, we started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Drake.
You know what I mean? And but seriously, he had to do two jobs. He worked two jobs, maybe even more. I don't remember. I think I was 5 or 6 or something. But I remember him just heading out to work early in the morning, not coming home until late at night, maybe like midnight. You know, because I remember he was working. I don't know if you guys remember the store Van Heusen.
Hmm.
It's like a shirt store.
Yep.
Yeah, he worked that in downtown San Francisco when it was still there, and selling the ties, shirts, nice stuff. And then after that, he has um, another job as a waiter in a hotel. I'm not going to mention which hotel, but he's just a hardworking man, and getting um, two jobs, providing for me and my mom back then. Back then, my mom didn't have work, and then I'm going to like elementary school, and then after that, it's just that he's working his way up and up and up until he had a stable job, and then he was able to get my mom a job, and then it's he's still not work. He still hasn't stopped working until now. Like you mentioned, Deej, that he has his own uh, tax business. And he does that for uh, not not for fun, obviously, but like for himself, just to keep busy because he's retired now. And he's still providing for me and for my kids. Doing like making us a little bit of breakfast here and there, and when you come home, saying how you doing. So I appreciate him just being there for me and my family, and yeah, love him very much. So thank you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. So
Thank you, Papa Dean.
yeah, yeah.
Papa Dean.
So what? Papa
I'm
Dean.
the only child. I'm not gonna say I'm freaking spoiled or anything, but he yeah. So he didn't spoil me at all. Yeah.
Well, spoil us with the wonderful sentiment that you're going to have
Oh,
about Papa Tigard.
right. With Papa Tigard, uh, Tigard has a bike that he used to use a long time ago. What is that called? BMX bike. So Tigard's dad mentioned that Tigard doesn't use it anymore, and maybe my son might want to use it when he got of age or older. We went to Tigard's parents' house, took a look at it, and from that moment, like when we got there, his face just lit up. When he saw my son, and he showed us the BMX, and my son was so happy with it. He even tried it out. He wasn't stable. Well, I mean, back then he was able to, but like Tigar's dad was there to like keep him up on the bike a little bit, push, just like a father would with his own son. So I saw that and I was like, wow, this guy just really cares about everybody, just not me or Tigard, for everybody. And so my son appreciates that, and he still has that BMX bike in our garage, and he's you know uh, using it still, um, whenever he can. So, but thank you to Tigard's dad to make a difference, and thank you Tigard for your BMX bike. so,
Yeah.
Dude,
Thank you
yeah,
for leaving it behind, buddy.
the I
thank
No,
you
think
for
the
leaving it behind.
the
I,
fact that this was a bike that I rode as a kid,
Yeah, and it's
and
now with
then
my son.
your son, my godson, ends up
Yeah.
riding. Like I never would have imagined it, and I could totally see why my dad was just like all smiles because I mean he
Oh my
brought me and
God.
my brother to ride our bikes when we were kids, and you know seeing that your son really loved it and enjoyed it, and I
Mm.
think your daughter too had the wore the helmet, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So everything. So
well, I'm sorry to say this to you, Tiger,
uh,
but I think that history of that bike is not going to be just ending where
oh
with
yeah.
Prince Dean and Princess Dean. It's
Mm.
gonna it might come back to you in twofold. So you know what I mean? Like maybe in a few years. No, just kidding.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, it could happen. Anything could
Yeah,
happen. So we just don't know it yet. So,
that's facts. That's facts.
but
I mean, for a guy that was blessed to have met both of your families, just the gentleman like mannerisms that they have for guests is just above all else
yeah.
something to behold. So
Mm.
I like I tell everyone I could vibe with any person. It doesn't matter what if they're elderly or if they're like kids or if they're whatever. I can just vibe with the environment that I'm vibing with. But these two gentlemen, Papa Dean and Papa Tiger, got it on lock. So there's still lots to learn out there, everyone. I mean, every day is a learning curve and a lesson learned. And being a father is something that is one thing that is so rewarding, but I think, but also so demanding. And you will not know how to be a good father. And this is from one of my uncles. You will not know how good of a father you were until you see your kids making the sound judgment calls, the when you
Yeah.
see your kids making the next steps in their life. to knowing that they have good common sense or a good drive, goodwill. It's you will not know how good of a father you were until you see them trying to strive for their greatness,
Mm.
their family, seeing that mentioning that, oh my gosh, parenting is so hard, how did you do it? And I think that my uncle said it best, where he was saying parenting is just as you go. If you see your kid fall, you gotta go there and make sure that they're okay. If you see your kid crying, you gotta sit down and you gotta like sit there and let them vent, let them go where they're going and all that. That's basically it. He was just saying that being a parent is just being aware at all times that you are a guardian, and you're just trying to do your best to make sure that your kid is safely asleep, it wakes up safely, goes to school safely, goes through life safely. And of course, things happen along the way. But when those things happen, just arrive. Just arrive and do what you got to do 1 minute at a time. And a perfect example of that was when my uncle was his daughter got into a car accident. There was no way that we would have known that she was going to survive or not, and he was there, praying to her and telling her to, you got to keep fighting. There's a lot of things that you've got lined up, and I'm here. Let's go. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. And several months later, I don't know about several months later, probably like a few months later. I don't know when she woke up from her coma, but she did.
Mm.
And
Wow.
and so it was tough because obviously she was gonna miss a lot of school. I think she was starting college. She was a little bit older than me, but the story goes hard because everyone loves an uncle that does this, man. If okay, look, any guy that does what Papa Dean, Papa Tigard, and my uncle do, I mean, you're like grade A. You're a catch. So women out there or whomever, if you meet a guy that is all about everyone else, but also is very aware about taking care of themselves, dude, catch him. Just put a ring on it. If he doesn't propose to you, propose to him. Anyway, the my uncle, was there from the wake up to the struggle of the first step to eventually my cousin running, getting back into running and stuff. So made a full recovery, got back into school, busted her tail to graduate on time, and I think that she's a corporate super, not a corporate supervisor, but she's getting up there
Wow.
in the corporate world. And thank God for my uncle just showing her what true love is. It's not just straight away, and it's not just what you say, it's what you do. Some things in life, especially being a parent or a father, can't be just words, ladies and gentlemen. And my uncle is a good part of that. And I wish, I wish that there was some good things that my uncle did that was in my family. But again, you kind of are glad that you're learning from them, because like my uncle always says, take all the good out of everyone, but do not take the bad. Learn from your mistakes, learn from others' mistakes, but always take the good from everyone, because at the end of the day, it's gonna make it stress free, and you're gonna feel good about yourself when you go to bed at night and stuff. So, God bless you, Uncle. Happy Father's Day, Uncle.
Happy
Okay.
Father's Day.
And I don't even need to say like Uncle whatever, but you know what, Uncle Teak, thank you very much for being amazing, Uncle Teak.
Uncle Teak. Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, your uncle does sound like a great person. So
I mean, it sounds
you
like
know,
your dad and his dad.
yeah, well,
I'm just trying to be serious here for a second.
well then, all right. Well, anything else to add about our fathers, or any other stories that you'd like to say, or You know.
I
Well,
just want to. I just no. I'm just gonna say this. I want to archive this because I want to come back 10 years later
mm-hmm.
and just see what we said. Like like a little capsule or a time capsule.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to come back 10 years to this episode, and I just want to hear the cool things that we said about our fathers and my uncle and my dads and stuff like that. I just want to say that piece and just add to that on a 10-year anniversary and just be like, well, it didn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen, because Papa Dean this and then Papa Tiger did that.
Well,
and oh boy, you wouldn't know what my parents and my uncle did. But anyway.
Well, I just wish I could be as good of a father as my dad was, as that my dad
Oh
is.
shoot,
So,
Tigard, we're. Oh no, are you asking us for anything else to say about fathers? Our fathers? Is there anything more that we could add? Because I have something more to add.
Sure, if you have something,
okay.
Yeah.
I want to freaking give the biggest shout out to one of the most dedicated, to one of the most inspiring fathers I've ever met in my life, that is resilient, that is learning as he goes and is killing it every day that he goes. I want to freaking thank Dean's for Happy Father's Day to Dean.
What?
I want to say, Dean, now there's a lot of things that I want to say to you. And obviously, and I'm going to just say this right now, I don't know a lot about your life, right? And not even about some current things that had occurred that were kind of like, oh my goodness, before I arrived or during my time of my arrival. But what I'm going to tell you is that in your situations, fathers would have dipped out of situations. Fathers, I've seen fathers leave their families hanging. I've had family members leave our family because they couldn't take the stresses and strains of turning certain situations into successful ones. They didn't want to put in the work, and I'm going to tell you right now, man, you're a father that puts in the work day in day out. You say that you're lazy, but I think that you're not giving yourself credit because you're late. You know why that you feel that you're lazy is because you put so much hard work in everything that you do that you're tired at the end of the day, and you're lazy for good reason, my brother. And so you deserve all these things that are coming your way. The wonderful collections that you've accrued is because you are very knowledgeable about collectibles, and you're knowledgeable about their accrued value. And you're also great with a sense of business. You're also great with other things, and these things are being witnessed by your kids. And you flipped a situation that, oh yeah, sure, unorthodox, but guess what, nothing's perfect in this life, but you made a situation wonderful. And for a guy to take such a freaking interesting situation to a place that is on the level of people needing to write books about it, you need to write a book about this, bro, because you flipped so many negative situations into such fucking brilliant turnarounds. I mean, it's like the San Francisco Giants, right? Whenever they were down this year, they all those games where they came back, you never backed down. You were down, but you never backed down. You got up, you took more punches, and you got up and you took more punches, and you just said, fuck that situation, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it to the point where I'm going to win. And you win, baby. You win all the freaking time. You know why? It's not because of me and Tigard support. It's because you win, bro. You're a winner, and you are a fighter. And I'm so thankful that I am witnessing greatness right here in front of me, because I would not know how to go through such situations with a heart full of love and resiliency like you, because I've only known it with what I witnessed. But gosh damn, I'm so thankful for witnessing your life, bro. Gosh damn, happy Father's Day to you, Dean.
thank you, Deesh. I appreciate you, and you know, for those words, I just want to say that I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, but you know, sometimes life is tough. It'll kick you down, but you just got to get back up, and you can't stay down, right? I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard that somewhere before, um, but
I
I've
think it was
never.
a I think it was a '90s song that
It's probably a
I
quote
get knocked
somewhere. I
down,
don't know.
I get up again.
Yeah, but
Right.
you know, I just hope that I could be um, the best father that I can be to my kids, and you know, just show them that you never give up. You never give up, and I've never been trying to be. I've never wanted to be a negative person. I've always tried to be positive about everything. About everything. So it can be something bad, but I always try to make it into a positive. That's what I try to do each and every day. So,
You're like the Clay Thompson of our trio, bro.
yeah, I
You
can't
know, I'm
shoot
the
like
Draymond
him, but
Green.
But just don't leave. Don't leave.
no,
Like
no, no, no,
very much
man, Clay,
sensitive.
come on, come
Yeah,
on,
come on, Clay.
come on,
Clay
Clay.
Thompson. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
I hope that you're one of the 19 subscribers on YouTube, but please don't leave the Warriors. Come on, finish it out. Finish it out
no,
with
yeah,
us.
but no, thank you for that, Dejan. I appreciate you, man.
Oh man,
Yeah,
happy Father's Day, bro.
and sorry, let me add on to this because I,
Please
I've
do.
Oh, geez, you guys are gonna make me
I,
fucking cry, man.
I've had the privilege of knowing you before you were a father, and I got
Oh,
to see you, become a father, grow into being a father, and though I don't know what it's like yet, I completely understand all of the, trials and tribulations that you've gone through, um, and just the way that you take things and you just roll with the punches. It really speaks to you as a father and as a person yourself that you are teaching your kids how to be just an overall wonderful loving person. And those two kids, man, they definitely have learned from you, and they are amazing kids. Love them to death just like I love you. And you know with all the things like Tej was talking about, you know, the reason why you're feeling so tired and exhausted all the time is because you do so much. You do so much for them. You do so much for your family, for your friends, and you that's just you working constantly. And I'm gonna butcher the quote, but I do remember from The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It was something along the lines of the secret to life is that you get knocked down 7 times, but you get up 8. And that's exactly what you emulate all the time. It's not about allowing things to knock you down and keep you down. You get back up. You show your kids like this, we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna keep going, and
that's right.
definitely
That's right.
happy for you, proud of you, man. Happy Father's Day. You are such a great friend, father, everything.
Amen.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Tigard. You guys are making me uh, emotional, and man, I don't. All I could say is there's no words that I could say just to appreciate you guys as a friend, as friends, and I just surround myself with positive people like you guys, and that's why I have you guys here all the time. You know, thank you. No, that I appreciate you guys, and you know, nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. If it's easy, it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
life
taking it
is.
from taking it from Zsa Pachulia.
Is
Nothing easy.
that what he said? Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't.
There's an interview, and then that's why Steph Curry always made fun of him.
Oh,
And then because every time Steph Curry saw Jaja, nothing easy.
shout out to Zaza wherever he is.
Isn't that wait? Is that isn't that Wives'
Wives'
favorite player of all time?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shoot, dude.
Oh boy, but yeah, no, from the heart, I love you guys, and I hope someday soon I'll see you guys as fathers as well, and I would, I would be so happy, just to see you guys just with your little ones, and just to feel how I feel,
Mm.
right? So, but yeah, no, I thank you. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. But this was a man for shout out. Actually, you know what? Shout outs to all the fathers out there. Okay, just holding it down for their families. Whether it be just you sometimes, or with your wife, and it, just be true to yourself. Just just look at your kids' faces, and they light up your world really, and then they give you a hug, and everything is going to be okay. That's just it. Just being a father is just something special
Mm.
that you you don't know how to be a father until you are a father, right? Really. So shout outs to all the hardworking fathers out there.
Can I say something? And this is gonna be off
Yeah,
the cuff or
of
whatever,
course.
but to all the guys out there that fathered kids that felt for one reason or another that you had to leave, you were scared or whatever it was that made you decide that you didn't want to be a part of that child's life. You have every year you have a choice to come back. Every day you have a choice to come back, and even though you know that the baby mama probably moved on or probably didn't, we don't I don't know the situation that pulled you astray. But let me tell you, man, heal your men out there that are going through that. Heal your hearts,
Hmm.
because the impact that you can be for a father is more than you know. And so what if you missed a few years? So what if you missed a few decades? Just just do the best you can to reconnect, because I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen some of my friends that their father left their lives very early, and it is what it is, and it wasn't easy. But I've also seen some situations where there was a lot of forgiveness coming back from the kids to fathers that came back in their lives. You know, as long as you can find the strength to do that, that is being a father at any point. Being a father is it's going to speak volumes on their life moving forward. And it's up to the kids though to see if they want the father to come back into the life or not.
Yeah.
But if they're willing to have you in their lives, why not? Why not try and make mistakes, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're a father
Hmm.
earlier in their lives, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't make an impact as a father to them now, maybe you could be a really good grandfather, and maybe you could build a father like relationship with your adult kid, and go and not smooth over it, but explain why. Explain. You have to. There's always those kids that have parents that left, that they're wondering why. Why did you leave?
Hmm.
Give them those answers. Close that. Close the story. Close the gaps in their lives that hasn't been fulfilled.
Hmm.
And but again, if you're a young father out there, it's never too late to just try to be a part of their life. It's not too late.
Right.
And for all of those fathers that have not been in the life of their kids, period, for very very long periods of times, it's not too late. It's not too late. Just let them know that, hey, I'm in a healthy state of mind right now, and I know that I wasn't there, but not a day didn't pass where I didn't think that I made the biggest mistake in my life. Just do something to make sure that your heart doesn't get continue to be soured, because I've seen the good and I've seen the bad out of that situation. So I just want to say that. I'm
Mhm.
so sorry if that took a little longer than usual, but
Mhm.
for all you young fathers that were scared of being a father and not in your kid's life, just come back. Your impact in their life is going to be felt one way or another, as long as you're just positive and you just keep things moving. Don't fight with the baby mama. Work with the baby mama
Mhm.
and just be an extended family to your kid.
Mhm.
If you're not gonna make up with your baby mama, be be someone that is going to help elevate the kid.
Mhm.
You know, because there's too many men out there that are doing that right now, and I know that it hurts them when Father's Day comes around and they know that deep down they haven't been a good father. It's not too late. That's all I'm saying.
And I just want to add that in my situation, co-parenting does work. Okay, guys, fathers out there, just to have a good relationship with your their mom, and just to be adults about it. Don't fight over little things, and just be present at all times with your kids. Co-parenting does work, and in my experience, it might not work for some, but in my experience, co-parenting does. So I appreciate, you know, my kid's mom for being so understanding, and for that, for both of us being adults to raise both of our kids together still,
Mhm.
and to show them that, you know, sometimes things don't work out, but something good comes out of it,
Mhm.
right? So I appreciate you, and yeah, that's it. Co-parenting
Yeah.
works.
No, I just yeah. Some outcomes
Yeah.
will become outcomes,
Hmm.
but the roads that go to those outcomes can be quite different.
Right.
And so I agree with you on that,
Yeah.
uh, Deans. But yeah, thank you very much for. I wasn't speaking on you. I was just,
Oh
I
no,
have a
no,
lot
I'm
of
just saying. I'm
yeah.
just
I
throwing it
have a
out
lot
there.
of yeah. No co-parent. Yeah, no. I just from experience,
Mm,
family, cousins, uh,
mm,
cousins that had boyfriends, husbands,
mm.
lovers leave them without you know
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot
yeah.
out there, and
So
you know,
just saying, but just saying.
yeah, and just don't lose hope. If you're a guy out there that's just like, not in like my situation, but like if you're a young father out there and the other person doesn't want you to be there, just you know try your best. Just let your kids know that you're still there, that you just want to see them every day and you love them. That's all you could do, man. You know.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Sorry, Tiger. We went on a little
yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
rant here, a rangent rant here. But
Yeah.
I do have a question for you, Tiger. Do you kind of like conversations that go deep like this and whatnot?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Okay. What I want you to do though is I want you to go to youtube.com, go to at randomly irregular podcast, and go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, because there's going to be uploads to podcasts just like this. And if you're really bored and if you're really searching for something else, go to Instagram and TikTok at randomly irregular podcast. There's some things there too that might suit your mood.
I
So
thought there was something
um,
serious that Deej was gonna fucking say. I
no,
was like, oh
no,
shit, something's
no,
coming.
no.
And
I'm
look,
actually
yeah,
dead
oh,
ass
funny.
serious. No, no,
please
I'm
do
dead ass serious.
subscribe. And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
no, yeah, but dead ass serious. I mean, I've other
Okay.
question for you, Tiger. Do you miss the days of going to a place to find a movie to rent?
Where is this going?
I know
No, I'm
yeah,
just
where is
asking.
this going?
Do you miss
Oh, I
going
know
to a
where this
physical
is
place?
going. This is going to Captain Video.
Captain Video has been a staple for decades, providing the Bay Area a place to buy, sell, trade, and rent movies, with a huge list of movies to choose from. Located at 2837 South El Camino Real in the city of San Mateo, Captain Video will bring you back to the times where a night's plan is just at the tip of your fingers. Stop by and tell Ira that the Randomly Irregular podcast sent you there, and tell him hi. Hello. Back to
Shout out to
Tigard for
Ira.
his back to shout out to Ira. Back to Tigard for his beautiful final thoughts.
Oh,
Final thoughts.
Well, first, happy Father's Day to my father. Thank you for just being the man that you were and are and continue to be. I love you. I learned so much from you, and I continue to learn. Happy Father's Day, Dean, my brother from another mother. Love you, man. You're showcasing to all other guys out there that it's all about choices. It's about what you are determined to do, and you do it, and you stick to it. And yeah, I am just so lucky to know you and be your BFF.
Thank you.
And definitely happy Father's Day out to all the other dads out there. Ones just, starting out, the ones that have few to several kids, grandfathers, uncles, whoever you are, just know that you do make an impact, just like, Dean and Deej have brought up, just being there makes a big difference. And happy Father's Day.
As you can see behind me, my daughter.
It's going wild over there. Wild party. Woo!
No, they're trying to play basketball in the backyard, and they wanted to turn on the lights. So she was like, "Can we turn on the lights?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." In the backyard, it's kind of warm. It's kind of warm.
Yeah, it is, bro. Fudge, man.
Anywho, yeah, sorry about that, Tigard. Thank you for those final thoughts. Deej, anything?
Nah, man. I think I did my business a little bit before the final thought,
Okay.
which is great.
All right.
So yeah, I just no. Everything that has been said here is coming from good places, good hearts, and so I'm just very thankful for all of you men out there that have brought the gift of life into this world. Take care of it with all, protect it with all your heart. Give it your heartful effort. Things will come through. So happy Father's Day to all of the men, uncles, and significant others out there that have been doing the co-parenting. It's not easy being a parent, but for this day, on this day, thank God we have fathers to say happy Father's Day to.
Very nice, very nice. And this is a special episode, guys, because for me, I am a father, right? And I'm thankful every day that my father is still here with me, every day, because he shows me what kind of a person he is. Such a special person for me to just witness each and every day, hardworking, and takes care of his family, and and I love him very much. And I don't say it as much or often as I say I should, but I do love him. And happy Father's Day. And to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And bring uh, happiness to your family, to your kids, to your significant other. Shout outs to you. And you guys are special to me, to the Randomly Irregular podcast crew. And shout outs to you. Thank you so much for watching us. Please do subscribe.
Thank you.
right.
Good night. Bye.
guys.
We got 2 balls and 1 racket.
Peace out.